Hi, if you're watching this video, you're watching the video on expanding linear equations. Now, in this lesson, we'll be talking about something that gives students a bit of difficulty, but it's basically the same over and over again. So once you get it the first time, it's very easy. All right, so this may look difficult, but as we move forward, you'll see it's not that bad. So in previous lessons, we talked about how to solve simple two-step equations, right? 3x minus 5 is 1. Okay, well, I'm subtracting 5. I do this part first, minus 5, add 5. So they cancel out. But whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. Because I'm adding 5 here, I'm adding 5 here. So add 5 plus 2, 1 is 6. So now I have 3x equals 6. 3 times x, okay, I'm multiplying by 3, so I divide by 3. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. So 6 divided by 3, well, that's 2. And this cancels out. Now I have x equals 2. Right? X equals 2 is our answer. And we can check our answer, right? You can put the 2 instead of the x. 3 times 2 is 6, minus 5 is 1. And that works. For questions like this, right, where you see 3 bracket x minus 5, well, remember, when you see a number next to a bracket like this and no symbol, you are multiplying. You are multiplying. So don't worry about there not being a symbol there. If you don't see a symbol, it's multiplying. Okay. So we know that we're multiplying 3 by everything in the brackets, right? 3 times whatever's inside the bracket. Now I can't solve what's inside the bracket because there's an unknown number. I don't know what x is. So what I can do is I can multiply each number in the bracket by 3, right? Because I'm multiplying whatever is inside by 3, I can multiply each individual number. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 5 is 15. So I have 3x minus 15. I'm multiplying into the brackets, right? So I end up with this. And this is the same as this, right? 3 times x minus 5. I multiply the first number by the number I'm multiplying by, and the second number. And I keep the symbol here. Right? So from this point, it's just like before. 3x minus 5 equals minus 6. Okay, well, I have minus 15. I'm taking away 15, so I'm adding 15. Cancel, cancel. Minus 6 plus 15 is 9, right? Because I have a negative 6. I'm adding positive 15. So it's basically like saying 15 minus 6 is 9. Now I have 3x equals 9. 3 times x, 3 divided by 3, cancel. X equals 9 divided by 3 is 3. Right? Just like before. So expanding is just one extra step. It's called expanding because when you expand an equation, when you do this step, the equation becomes longer. It's getting bigger. It's expanding. Right? So 4 times s plus 3 equals 24. Well, 4 times s is 4s. 4 times 3 is 12. So I have 4s plus 12 because that's what I'm doing. I'm adding. And then I can solve. Minus 12 on both sides, divide by 4. So practice these questions and see if you can solve them. So pause the video and see if you can solve them. All right, hopefully you pause the video. So I'm going to expand this first one. So I go 2 times x. Okay, 2 times x is saying 2x, right? That's 2 times x. Minus, well, 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Equals 6. And now I solve them. Plus 8, right? So I add 8 on this side. Right? I add 8 on this side, which would make that 14. This cancels out, so I have 2x equals 14. Now I divide by 2 because I'm multiplying by 2 here. Cancel, cancel. X is by himself. 14 divided by 2. X equals 7. Right? I can check my answer. Replace the x with 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. Right? 3 times 2 is 6. It works. Let's try this one. 3 times x plus 2. 3 times x is 3x. Right? Plus 3 times 2 is 6. Equals minus 9. All right, so I have 3x plus 6. Okay, just like before, minus 6 on this side, minus 6 on this side. They cancel out. So now I have 3x, right? Minus 9, so negative 9, minus 6. So I'm taking away positives, so it becomes more negatives, right? I'm taking away positives, so it becomes more negative, right? So it becomes minus 15, because I'm taking away positives, not taking away negatives. Okay, minus 15. So divide by 3, divide by 3. So these two cancel out. Negative 15 divided by 3, negative divided by a positive is negative. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So x equals negative 5. I can check that answer. Replace negative 5 with, or replace x with negative 5. Negative 5 plus 2, right, is negative 3. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. All right, last one, right? So negative 4 times x minus 7 equals 16. Negative 4 times x, right, is negative 4x minus negative 4 times 7, right? So 7 times 4 is 28. But it's negative, right? So I have to fix that. That would be a common mistake people would make, right? Because it's negative 4 times 7, which would be minus 28 equals 16. Right? Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times 7 is negative 28. Common mistake, you'll see, oh, minus. So I already put the minus. No, because this is the operation we're subtracting. This is the number, negative 28. Okay, well, I'm taking away negative 28, so I want to add negative 28, which will then cancel themselves out, right? You can see that. So what do I have to do? Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side, right? So I have 16 on one side, and I took away, added negative 28 to the other side. So I have to add negative 28 to the other side, right? And that would give me negative 12. So now I have negative 12, right, equals negative 4x. Well, I have to divide this by negative 4, right? And I have to divide this by negative 4 to get rid of the 4. Cancel, cancel. Negative 12 divided by negative 4. Negative divided by negative is positive. Good. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So answer is 3, and I can check my answer. 3 minus 7 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. So the tricky part is when the integers start coming in. So practice these questions. These will help you with those skills. In addition, do them one step at a time, right? If you are expanding, don't just do everything at once. Expand, write the equation, then solve. Okay, if you need to write it again, please do. It'll help you not make mistakes. All right, hopefully you found this useful, and I'll see you next lesson.